Alright, welcome on into another episode of First CSP, the channel dedicated to bringing you the first council shoulder patch issued from each council in Scouting America, both past and present. Today we're going to take a look at Concho Valley 741 out of Texas. This council was originally formed in 1926 when it was chartered and lasted up until 2012 when it changed its name to Texas Southwest 741. Alright, so we've got the first issue S1 on the patch table here with its black border, red, yellow, orange, horizontally stitched background, yellow sun, black name, oil pump, and deer silhouettes. The first several issues from this council all are denoted by the background being horizontally stitched, and then the later patches, so we'll go through them. But we're starting off here obviously with the first issue S1. The S2 will add a fleur-de-lis. This one happens to be a cloth back for the S1. There were multiple production runs of the S1. Here we have a later production run of the S1. And you can see it has a plastic back. You can denote some slight color variations. We get a little bit darker Texas here on the cloth back. We get a little bit lighter Texas on the plastic back. I would say in person it looks a little bit, especially with the border sewing, updated production techniques going from this top one to the second one, just a little bit, slightly noticeable. The S2 then adds type 1 fleur-de-lis here at the bottom on either side of Texas. We don't happen to have an S2. And then the S3s came out with type 2 fleur-de-lis and vertically stitched sky. So the S3s are differentiated from the S1s and S2s because the S3s are when you get to a vertically stitched background. Now, in between the S2 and S3 being identified in the collecting guide, they then found two additional production runs that came after the S1 and after the S2, but before the S3, that still had horizontal backgrounds and had fleur-de-lis, but instead of the type 1 fleur-de-lis, these had type 2 fleur-de-lis, and there's actually two different ones for this. We have the S2:1 and the S2:2. See if we can get them both on screen. You'll see there is a difference in the Texas, and that's primarily how these are differentiated. Both of these are going to have type 2 fleur-de-lis. The S2 has a type 1 fleur-de-lis, and then these S2:1 and S2:2 have type 2 fleur-de-lis, but all of them would have horizontally stitched backgrounds. In the S2:1, you get the larger Texas. So from left to right, this would measure approximately 29 millimeters. And on the S2:2, you get a 24 millimeter, so the smaller Texas. Also, it looks a bit more orange as far as colorations. So there's the back on the S2:1, plastic back, kind of whitish. And on the S2:2, we do get the Scout Stuff plastic backing. Then you would be getting into the S3 after this, also having a fleur-de-lis but having vertical backgrounds, so looking very different. We don't happen to have just the S2 or any S3s here to show you today, but it kind of takes you through the range of the first few issues of Concho Valley, all which kept the same imagery and aesthetic, and so would look very similar to one another. With that, that is the first issues for Concho Valley. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If so, feel free to give it a thumbs up, like. We'll be back again tomorrow with another brand new episode of First CSP. We hope to see you back here for then. Until then, thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.